Hi friends, once again welcome back to Learner's Corner. Today the topic of my video is the poem written by Walt Whitman. The name of the poem is Out of the Cradle Endlessly Rocking. So it is one of the important poem by Walt Whitman, who was having a lifespan of 1819 to 1892. He worked as a printer, teacher and also as a journalist. He founded weekly newspaper The Long Islander and later became the part of newspaper including Brooklyn Daily Eagle, Crescent, etc. He co-founded a newspaper, Free Soil. So these are some background information about Walt Whitman. Then Walt Whitman was able to develop an individual style which was later astonished by Ralph Waldo Emerson. In 1855, he took out a copyright on the first edition of Leaves of Grass, which is an important collection by Walt Whitman, which is having 12 poems and a preface. In this, he celebrated democracy, nature, love, and friendship. Along with the Emily Dickinson, Walt Whitman is regarded as one of the significant poet of 19th century and would be influenced later American poet like Ezra Pound, William Carroll Williams, C.K. William, Martin Epsot, etc. Then about Leaves of Grass, it is an important poem I told you, and another important publication was Drum's Tap, which is included when lilac last in Doria bloomed. Whitman's elegy for President Lincoln. So that is a very famous poem by Walt Whitman. Then Drum Tap wrote with his experience which he had when he was working for the soldiers who injured in the American Civil War. So that is also an important point about drum taps. Then our poem Out of Cradle Endlessly Rocking. So it is 13 5 stanzas consisting of 208 lines, and it is having a reference to movement cycle of life and death. That is a meaning hidden in this heading Out of the Cradle Endlessly Rocking, and it was first published in New York Saturday Press, and it was having a three title. First, its title was A Child Reminiscence, that was appeared in 1859, and again in 1860 he changed the title once again, and he had given A Word Out of the Sea. Then the last title was Out of the Cradle Endlessly Rocking, and that was given in the year of 1871. This poem is an elegy, is thought to be based on an intensively personal experience of the poet. This poem asserts the triumphs of the eternal life over death. The meaning of the poem is not stated explicitly, but it springs naturally from a recollection of the narrator's childhood days. In this poem, the poet had imaginatively recreates the childhood experience and shows how the child become a man and the man a poet. The memory plays an important role in the development of this poem. In this poem, the word death is delicious because it is a prerequisite of rebirth. The boy grasps the secrets of life from the sea is recurrent pattern of birth, death and rebirth. The poem is very important because of its usage of images and symbols. The title is a symbol of rebirth. The sun, the moon, the island, sea, and the stars and the sea waves contribute to the atmosphere and symbolic scenery in the poem. The poem is very melodious and rhythmic. The narrator's style of the poem contains psychological description. Use of the mockingbird symbolize himself as he progress and begin his journey of poetic inspiration. focuses on the imagination and personification of the moon, waves, nature in the general, his relation to his personal and emotional life. In theoretical reading of this poem, the critics such as Diana Wood, Middlebrook, Kerry Lanson, and Mark Bowlison, the focus lies on the nature of the process of translation carried out in this poem. So these are the things about Out of the Cradle Endlessly Rocking. I hope you have read or you have learned, you have understood the summary before completing this story, completing this poem. Hope you have understood it. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe. Okay then, bye.